Hello, Jace here. What does it take to go from struggling to make sales to making a $50,000 month? I'm going to tell you exactly like 3 steps that I did to go from struggling to making $50,000 a month. Now, what's crazy is at the time, KDP was my second income. I'm not a writer, I'm not an author. I didn't do anything special that you can't do. In fact, you can do it a lot easier now with AI. What I did, it's a lot easier now. Okay, so what I'm saying is you can do it. So I'm going to give you 3 steps that you can follow now, which will hopefully give you a bit of a roadmap and some sort of strategies so you can start making serious money from KDP. So let's begin. Okay, right. What do you need to do? First of all, this is when I made $50,000 a month. It was the December 2024. Now, 2024, you're probably thinking, well, that was 2024. How can you do that now? Okay, I don't know if you can make 50,000 in a month now. Actually, I do, because I'm sure my coaches are smashing that. But yes, it's going to be hard. You do need to be in the top percent. But most self-publishers don't need 50,000 in a month. 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 a month's good for you. Okay, so if I can do 50, you can do 2, 4, 5. All right, just like my students are doing here, who are using my exact strategies that I got from what took me to 50 grand. I put it in my program, link below. Gary here made 1,200 in his first month of grabbing my program. Ryan he's making $1,000 per book. Genevieve here made $6,000 in a month. Florian, $500 on his first month. And there's Gary again. I forgot where's the other one. No, that's all of them. Right, anyway, let's get started. So it works 2026 July. It's working now. All right, this is what the 3 things that I think will help you the most to get there. The first thing, right, let's do this one in green because I think this is the easiest out of the 3. Boom, whoop. Let's color that in. There we go. By the way, let's just say this is the roadmap. That's your journey up to making some serious money. Okay, so the first thing here is action. Just taking action. Now, this sounds stupidly obvious because it is, but the amount of self-publishers that I know, I'm nearly up to 1,000 in my program now, that don't take enough action is ridiculous. This is why most self-publishers don't make any money. Like a lot of the guys that I speak to maybe 3 months ago are talking to me now about the same stuff, same books. Whereas if they just took action, they'd be in a way better position now, probably making money. So action's the first thing. Just publish that damn book. See, the thing is with KDP, I think people get hung up about the book because it's like a book. You feel like you have to put a lot of effort into it and get out there. That may have been the case 5 years ago. But now the way things are going, especially if you're not looking to become an amazing author, which is high risk, by the way, you might not necessarily make money. If you just want to come on there and make money, we need to learn what makes money in this market now, and nothing teaches you better than action. So the first thing is action. What does that look like for you? Right now, today is the 12th of July. It means publishing that book that you've been thinking about or the book you've been working on tomorrow. That's action. So that's actually the easiest part of the journey. Just publish it. It's especially easy if you have zero judgment about your book, provided you're not breaking any Amazon trademark copyright rules. You're not doing anything silly. Just publish it. Doesn't matter if it's crap. The next thing, and we do this in a nice blue. This is when it starts getting a bit more difficult now. And that's why you need, or we all need, a system. Think of it like this. When I was publishing on my first KDP account, I had no strategy. I was randomly publishing. So one day I might do a color book. I was doing color books back then. I'd create a color book, literally make it up on the day, work through it for a few days and publish it. Then it's kind of like, okay, now what? Maybe I'll do a gratitude journal. Maybe I'll do short stories. It's kind of like that. The amount of thinking space and energy used, especially when you're already busy, you've got your life and full-time job or business. This is a side thing. We don't want any wasted energy on time on thinking, working things out. You just need a system. And this is why the people grab my program below, the link below, because they just want to know what to do so they can keep doing it. So it's kind of like, yes, you need to find your own niche and find your own style of creating books. But once you've got the framework, niche, title, cover, interior, ads, how to do that all, boom, 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 boom. Literally just by the end of it, I would have published a book and then been like, right, straight back to the beginning, do it again. Straight back to the beginning, do it again. Which is kind of what I learned along the way. I learned the hard way to kind of work it out as I went along. Okay, but you need a system. Especially if you're busy. It's kind of like something to just follow. It's kind of like if you're employed by someone. You know, you just turn up, you know what to do. Kind of same with your self-publishing. It's kind of like you just want to turn up when you're doing it in your spare time, you know exactly what to do. So you need a system. That will keep you going up to a certain point. Now, the hardest thing, this is the bit, you imagine anywhere between here and here. Most people quit. This last bit is because they're missing the last bit. Now, if you notice, this is the steepest bit here because this is by far the hardest bit. This is the bit where you're doing the work, you're taking action, you've got a system, you're doing everything right, and you're still not making money. This is that, what Brian Tracy says, that 3 a.m. courage. That where you need the money, you might need the money, and it's not working. And I've been there. And it is literally 3 a.m. courage because you're waking up freaking 3 o'clock. Like, shit, what do I do? And unfortunately, you can't learn what to do from anyone. I can tell you now, but it's like you got to kind of go through it. But if you kind of know that you have to do this, then it makes it a little bit easier. And that is to have belief. Have belief that this will actually work. And it's weird, right? I can't explain it. But when I was building my KDP business and nothing was happening, by chance, I stumbled upon my coaches. Like literally it was by chance. I could have missed them by a few days. It's a long story. Long story short, I was selling another business. I saw them there. I asked to contact them. Within a week, they were gone off where I would have saw them. So if I never contacted them in those 3-day window, I would have missed them. I only sold the business because of something else. It's kind of like all these things came together. It's kind of like things will happen. It's almost like someone's looking out for you when you take that, just push past the bit where most people give up. So, you know, they say fortune favors the brave. Well, most of the people will give up here because it gets too scary. You're doing all this work. That's your time, sometimes money. And if you need the money, it's scary. All right. So most people will drop off quick. But the people that are brave enough to go through this and believe that this will succeed, good things happen. Now, I can't explain it, but all I'm saying is this. You need almost delusional belief. And now I'm getting a bit airy-fairy and wishy-washy. But it's literally that. Just delusional belief, naivety, believe like a kid, believe like nothing can go wrong. Treat it like a game. It's just a game. Imagine you were playing a game of KDP and, you know, nothing's going to, like, you're not going to die. So just play the game, but just play it seriously. All right? And that's that belief bit. And that, very hard to give you a tangible thing by that. But I just want to let you know that if you're going through that stage now where you're actually publishing and you've got a bit of a system and you're at that bit, it's like they say, innit? The sun rises just after the darkest time. It's kind of like that's that bit there. This will be the darkest time. And all you have left is that belief that it's going to work. Keep going. You know, the tangibles are, is there people making money on KDP right now? Yes. Why are they making money? Because their books are good enough. How do you get good enough? How do your books get good enough to take that money? Well, it's taking action, having a system. If you keep doing that over and over, your books are good enough to take money. And these are the 3 things that I did that got me to that 50,000. And when it happens so quick. You actually, the belief switches before it's believing, will this ever work? Then suddenly it just starts happening, and it can on Amazon KDP because money can come so quickly. Then it's a case of, did that just happen? It's a belief switch the other way around. Like, I can't believe this is actually working out. But there's nothing special about what I did. There's nothing special about the guys that are making a lot of money. All it is they get through those stages and just keep going. If you just keep going, you stand a good chance of making money, okay? So I hope I didn't get too airy. I hope I didn't get wishy-washy on that. And if you want my program to definitely cover you up to this bit, and this bit, although I do put a bit of mindset in there as well, just grab it below. Thanks for watching. Give me a like and subscribe. It helps my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.